what it do, what it is. I don't like. I be holding back on shit, but I'm finna go on and have a conversation. See, whether you with somebody or you solo, whether you doing your thing and you know you got friends, or whether you by yourself and you be like, nah, I don't want none of this shit. I can speak on this shit because I didn't been with somebody. I didn't been with somebody for a long time. Got married. It didn't work out right. So the advice that I would provide to a person is this: in the life that we live, it doesn't matter how many times you and a person say how it's going to be. We get to a space, y'all, to where you will not be who you once was. Like, I didn't see real love as a child, seriously. So I didn't even realize the situation I used to be in was toxic. It wasn't good. Like, we had our moments. Like, stuff used to be good sometimes, and then when it was bad, it was bad. But if I had to talk to my younger self, or if I had to talk to the younger people, I'm finna really, go ahead and really share some stuff with y'all. See, when I got in something at 14 years old, thinking that, to be in something at 14 and to be in it for 14 years, and I'm seeing the signs, that person seeing the signs, man, we supposed to been cut it quick. We were supposed to been walk away. But I wanted my children to have both parents in the home, because I didn't grow up with both parents in the home. I grew up with my parents in 2 different homes. I had them in the home at first, but stuff happens. It's life. See, the things that our parents don't realize is when we seeing them going through stuff when we children, they don't talk to us about it. We see it, and it's no more. You're not able to bring it up. Then you experiencing all these different things. You out there looking for love in all the wrong places. You out there finding other ways to cope with whatever it is, and you not realizing why you feeling how you feeling. You sitting there looking for something that you ain't had, something that you longing for. You want somebody to pay attention to you. You want somebody to love on you. You want somebody to appreciate you. You want somebody to support you. And this all from our childhood. Everybody didn't grow up like this. Everybody didn't grow up with both parents. Some people didn't grow up with none of their parents. Everybody got a story. And the stories that people have, I don't judge nobody. That's not my place. I know with the story that I've had, I know that where I've been in my life, I know the good stuff. I know the bad things that, well, I don't even want to say good and bad. I know the things that sometimes stuff feel good and it be at a moment type of situation. But to y'all younger babies, man, get y'all life. Like, I remember loving doing hair when I was 13, 14, 15, 16. Like, I really found something that I wrote in 2004, and I was like, I was gonna be a beautician. I was gonna have a whole bunch of salons. I was gonna travel the world. I was gonna be a lawyer. As much noise I talk, but I was like, I don't want to go to school and not be no lawyer. But after everything, I should have became a lawyer. But I saw that. Now, that was 2004, man. This 2021, and I looked at my life. I saw how there were people that I wrote, and it's all about me at 14 years old. And some of them people, man, we're no longer in each other's lives. We won't ever talk again. And some people, like, they transition, like they not here no more. So it's like, you think how your life gonna be. You plan it out, and sometimes you don't plan. You say how it's not gonna be something, and it become it. To you 14, to you babies, I know some of y'all out here looking for love. Out here looking for something that's going to satisfy you, that's going to make you happy. And the only thing that's going to make you happy is learning who you really are inside. It's finding out what cut you so deep that got you looking in the streets. Because the streets don't love nobody. You got people that don't love people. But then you got some people you will come across regardless of what they have experienced. All them folks know is still to pour love. They still healing. They still doing the best they can without an example from what they had when they was children. People be going through it. And when I say so many times, I didn't share parts of my story because I don't like being vulnerable. But 2018, 2019, 2020, and this year has taught me the power of being vulnerable, but also to not become an enemy of yourself. So when something didn't work out for me, I'm in a space in my life today to where I truly can get that lesson. And when I get the lesson, I understand it. But it was a time in my life to where when I can look back, see, if I had still been with my ex, it would have been 7 years and we would have been celebrating something. And we're not together. I mean, that person got out of each other's lives over 3.5 years ago, and it was for the best. But see, when it happened back then, I was shattered. When it happened back then, I couldn't really tell my story. When it happened back then, I was so upset, so hurt, so in pain, so rage, so many things. And I was like, damn, I thought it'd never be me. I remember having somebody ask me, do you think your partner cheated on you in 2016? I was like, no. Why would he cheat on me? Shit, I does it all. It don't matter the all that you do. A person is going to be a person regardless. And I get it now. I get that, man. You can bend over backwards. You can do all kind of things, but people have a right to be them, y'all. Like, we gonna outgrow each other. That's something they didn't tell us, man. They didn't prepare us to learn how to really speak on our emotions and how to control our emotions and not have our emotions controlling us. Because if your emotions are all over the place, your emotions will have, like, you'll be doing stuff that you will later regret, and you'll be like, dang, that wasn't me. That was a part of you, though. See, when you learn how to set your ego and the pride to the side, man, when you learn how to face your stuff, that's why, man, when I'm talking about transferring your pain here with a purpose, I had to transmute some shit. Excuse my language if y'all got y'all children around, or if when you watch the replay. I had to transmute some things. See, I was in a space in my life to where I saw the good in people. I would always do right by people. And then there was times to where stuff had to happen. And I'm grateful for the space that I am in, because can you really be upset when you and the person really didn't sit down and really figure some things out? You all are two different people. Y'all different. There are no people that's the same, even twins. People feel things different. People see things differently. And people have a right to no longer want things. Like, people have a right to value themselves, to know that they are worthy, to stop caring about stuff that you once cared about, to stop doing all of these different things, and you learn how to focus on yourself. So when you go back and you look at your childhood traumas or your adult traumas or even your teenage traumas, you can sit with that pain. And you can really be open and honest about what happened. You can be able to look at yourself and hug yourself and be proud of yourself. You have been doing the work, and stop running from yourself. You can be in this space to where, even though it could have been something else, like, I'm not gonna lie, when that stuff didn't work out, like, I get why I take my time on stuff. I get why you can't just allow a person in your life. I don't care how they look. I don't care what type of money they got. It don't matter about their title. See, there are people who don't always have good intentions. And there are people who do have intentions, have great intentions, you know. But it's like, some people done been, man, so messed up in this life to where it's like, nah. And some people will just take and not give. So it's like, you gotta ask, there's things you have to ask yourself. See, you can be doing stuff from your heart and just being you, and that doesn't mean that a person have to be receptive to it. And a lot of people be missing out on folks that came in their life that wasn't there to cause any harm, that wasn't there to F them over or any of that. Then on down the line, they be looking at, damn, I should have did this differently. Yeah, you should have, but you didn't. When you had that person in your life, that's not what you wanted at that time. You wanted to feed them the lies and play these type of games. Or sometimes, man, people be real. Like, there are people in this world that be totally honest about what they be doing. And some people can't handle it. Some people can't handle a person, man, that's really honest about every single thing, because when they hearing the truth, they be like, damn, you know, like, that's your life. If you look back at stuff that didn't work out, can you go back and handle it now? Could you have handled it then if a person really told you what it was? Can you really handle it then if your parents really came to you and shared with you that they didn't know love? All they knew was how to take care of you, and sometimes they didn't know how to take care of you because they didn't have nobody taking care of them. So, yeah, to them, they did do what they thought was right for you. But was it right? Because in the process, there were things that was lost in the way with you. Did you and your parent get a chance to really learn each other, to really forgive each other, to really be in that space? See, sometimes you be so ahead in life that when you take a path and you take a journey that you are on, and it's different, and it has to be different. It has to be. If it wasn't different, everything would be the same and everybody will have it. So stop looking at yourself as small and really look at yourself and really find time to do the work so you are able to address you. You are able to no longer hold on to things and people and places that you have truly outgrown, or they have outgrown you. Like, this is life. And then the life that we in, like, do you really get it? Do you get that you had to go through those things, and regardless of what you have gone through, that stuff don't define you? You can still be the things that you look down on yourself about, the things people were able to turn their pain into power. Learning how to really step out your way. See, if you got children and you recreating things and really building with things, man, be honest with your children. And I told somebody that, and see, I'm in a space to understand how come they felt what they felt. See, some people don't want to be honest about what they experience as children, as a parent. Some parents are afraid to open up and tell their children the messed up things that happened to them. And it's like, do you not realize if you told your child the truth about what happened to you, you can help your child and help somebody else? Because what if your child is experiencing and they not telling you, and they just going off of just life? But if you open up and you really break free of those things that you are ashamed of or embarrassed about, and you have no reason to be ashamed and no reason to be embarrassed about that stuff, but you really, like, y'all talk about it. Like, you sit them down and you let them know, like, this is new for you. You didn't know anything about healing or being healthy or any of that. Like, you really creating something new together. Tell them children that. Let them children know that they matter. Let them children know, man, that you apologize for whatever you done said, for whatever you done done. Because I have to do it all the time. Like, I apologize to my kids. Because when I was a child, they didn't apologize to us. Children were seen but never heard. How we grew up. And it's like, when you really breaking that dynamic, you able to go to your childhood and look at it and shed light on it and not be upset no more, because you finally got it. You're finally saying, no, I'm not going to go through this no more. No, I'm not going to put somebody else through that. I'm not here for that. I'm here for something greater. And what that means is that I gotta break every part of myself that is not going to help me build and create and refocus my life. I gotta step my game up and stop playing small. I gotta be open and honest about the things that I may not understand, and the things that I really need to learn, and the things that I'm going to get done one by one. Instead of saying that I got it. No, be open and honest with yourself. Man, I'm going to need y'all to really hug and love on yourself today. Because there are people that won't ever give a fuck about you. There are people that got what they got, and it's dead on that. You know, people be like, because I done said it before. I was like, shit, I know I done been the best in some people's lives. Real shit. And they'll never have it again. It's not about that person will never have it again. It's all about that person being able to know that where they was in life, were they able to get that lesson and learn for why things didn't work out between you all, and able to own up to their shit and be accountable and responsible for it? Or it's like they gonna hold on to it, or you gonna hold on to it. Man, people be moving on with their life, man. People don't be giving a damn sometimes. Yeah, it's people out there that don't give a damn. They don't give a damn how good you are, how amazing you are, how different you are, how bright you are, how genius you are. They just don't give a damn. Because they got their own stuff that they got going on. And you can get caught up in it. And if you get caught up in it, you can get out of it. Whether you walk away or they walk away. But where you are today, this is where each of us is supposed to be. So I just wanted to share that. Because the things that you don't be wanting to talk about, they got to be talked about. The things that people ignore, it's like, no, there is no ignoring it. Like, get to the bottom of it. Get to the nitty gritty. Every part of it. Because while you're sitting there and you're constantly running away from that part and being afraid to face the mirror and seeing yourself, really seeing you, seeing the ugly parts of yourself, seeing the parts of yourself that you got to do some more work on, seeing the parts of yourself that you're no longer afraid of, seeing the parts of yourself that you are addressing and you are getting it right. One by one, piece by piece. And you ain't gotta fuck nobody over to get there. Your value will go up and can go up. You could have been doing something yesterday and shit. Today you woke up and said, I'm not doing that again, goddammit. I'm not that no more. Could have been doing something a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, man. Every day you wake up and it is a brand new day. It is a fresh day. So handle y'all business. Had a day, the month, the year, all of it that y'all desire, because you know what you want for yourself. Because when I got that, a person do not give a damn. Like, you can be so fine in so many areas, but doesn't mean that person wants to come from you. Like, there are people bending over backwards for somebody else, and they haven't even taken the time to bend over backwards for themselves. They haven't even taken the time to really heal and learn them. To really say, you know something, this don't feel right, and I get it now, and I gotta remove myself from it. Or even if you're gonna stay in whatever you in, you let that person know, like, look, I'm working on me. I'm getting me together. And because I'm getting me together, there are some things that I will not be able to do anymore. So, we learning. We unlearning and relearning. And your life is in your hands. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to Transform Your Pain to Heal with a Purpose. Because we transform some shit. We transforming some things. I'm talking about it be so much better when you know you. You might think you know somebody else. I remember, man, me and somebody used to be like, we knew each other, but truthfully, we didn't know each other. We were attempting to get to know pieces of each other, but not to hold each other. Like, can a person come to you and really be open and honest about the things that they like and they into? Because there's some things that people be into that you might be like, what the hell? But that's their life. They can like what they like. If that's what they want, let them both have what they have. That don't mean that you all have to be into their lives, but I'm just saying, can a person really come to you and be themselves? Can you be yourself around certain people? Handle your business. Peace.